Hello, I am Jan from Prague, the Czech Republic, and in this video let's explore what to expect from taking photos with a Xiaomi 14T Pro. We'll take a quick look together at about 200 test photos taken during the beautiful autumn in Prague and also in the picturesque city of Budapest, the capital of Hungary. So, let's hit the road. What you will see in this video. First, we will summarize the main technical specifications of this mobile phone and what lenses, sensors, functions and key settings it has. We will compare it with the cheaper Xiaomi 14T and then we will dive into the 200 or so photos from different places and situations to see what a Xiaomi 14T Pro can offer. I suggest we start here with a summary of lenses and sensors. Let's start with some examples. All these photos were taken with the main sensor, main lens, so it's 23mm, and if you are lucky enough to see that beautiful light, evening light in Prague, you just won't be disappointed. It really works great. We'll get to more details about the capabilities of that mobile phone. Take this just as a very quick introduction to the main sensor, main lens, and basically what to expect from it. Again, blue over the beautiful evening light close to the Charles Bridge, and some more shots of the famous city of Prague. That would be the last shot with the main sensor. If we want to zoom to get close up of these beautiful animals, we just need to turn to the second lens, which is telezoom. It has 60mm, and obviously it's clear that above all, we would be using it for zooming and taking shots like that. That would be 60mm and this is 120. So that would be a digital zoom, but still the quality is really good. We'll see some more examples of zooming in a couple of minutes. And please do not forget that the ultra-wide lens is an amazing tool for taking shots like that during the autumn light. And well, the simple, most important why to use them is that you are able to squeeze a lot of information, a lot of atmosphere into it. Although that third lens, third sensor does not have 50 megapixels, it still operates quite well and just won't let you down, which really matters. I mentioned zooming, and like always, it's really useful to see these examples. I can go from ultra wide to 1, 2, 2.6, 5, 10, 20, or even 30. It would mean that we are, of course, deeply in the region of digital zoom, and we can see some examples. So that would be the ultra wide, and I'm going closer and closer and closer while the light is not good, but still it's worth experimenting, and that would be 30. Or we can turn to the other side and see some close-ups. The red boat is there and I'm able to really take quite decent details like here. Please do not forget that you are actually able to turn on shooting into the full resolution. It means you're able to use 50 megapixels. At the first glance, you won't see the difference. Where the difference really matters is when you start zooming with the photo. So this is not zooming with the lens. I'm just cropping that photo, and you can see that the details I'm able to get out of the shots are just amazing. Surprisingly, I would even say that the details taken from that shot might be better than if you just zoom to it with the lens, which I think is quite interesting. Let me just say a couple of words about Xiaomi 14T. It's cheaper, but it's still reasonably good. If you are planning to buy Xiaomi 14T Pro, you would be probably thinking, are the differences really important? The short answer is yes, technical specifications are different, the sensor is different, and if you are an experienced photographer, you won't have trouble finding some details in dynamic range or processing of the shots. But what really matters for a normal user is that, frankly, I don't really see a huge leap in the quality of photos. So the 14T is still pretty reasonable choice. And now we can go through all these test photos. We can start here in Stromovka, which is a famous park in Prague. I was really lucky because I went there during the beautiful autumn day and the colors were just amazing. And I think this is also quite interesting test of the capabilities of that mobile phone because, frankly, the colors are beautiful, the shots are nice. If you speak about trees or drinking coffee, this is the reminder that I am testing not only mobile phones, phones, but also the real things like cameras here. One more scene from outside of Prague. Amazing light, amazing shadows, and a mobile phone just won't let you down, and the results are quite impressive, which I think is quite an important summary of that mobile phone. Back to Prague, my favorite testing peacocks. We already seen them, so just to remind you that that would be the main sensor, 23mm, and here I am zooming. Yes, of course, 60mm, the maximum optical zoom, is not as exciting like flagships might offer you. But still, this is not expensive mobile phone, so we can't really expect miracles. And the night is coming, so this is a good opportunity to test panning. It means that if you set your exposure time in the Pro section to reasonably long values, you are able to capture that fascinating type of photos. Do try it. It's much easier than you think, and again, quite nice examples of what that mobile phone can offer. And as the night approaches, this is a great opportunity to test night shooting or evening shooting, because the evening was beautiful and the light was amazing. Again, the mobile phone did not let me down, so I was really happy. And I think these shots are one of the best I've taken during these 2 weeks of testing. Or if you want some more blue color and the famous King Charles IV, here we go, and the view of Prague, Charles Bridge, and the Prague Castle. And now we jump directly to another capital city of Central Europe, which is Budapest, the capital of Hungary. And of course, these shots are very famous, one of the most famous bridges in Europe, and another examples of a night shooting or evening shooting, and a very complicated and complex light. And you can actually see that the sensor was really able to deal with that with honor, so to say. And the dark is setting over the city of Budapest. And some more shots from the morning in Budapest, and I'm really going very quickly. And sometimes you're telling me, oh, please slow down, we just want to study the shots more carefully. But, well, what I really want is just to give you a chance to see many photos in a very short time span, so you can get very clear idea or feeling, so to say, what to expect from that mobile phone. And, well, examples, birds in the front of the famous building of Hungarian Parliament. And again, I mean, if you zoom towards the eyes, you just see that, well, this mobile phone can deliver really good photos. Let's go to the famous Budapest market. And this is empty, so we can enjoy the view with the ultra-wide lens and beautiful light. But I wanted to show you portrait mode. And it's important to say that Xiaomi has really made a great improvement over the last generations, because until now, when you wanted to use different focal lengths, you need to use these buttons, and they included also some filters, and it was very complicated. So now the solution is very straightforward. You just decide, I want to use 23, 35, 60 or 75mm, and you immediately set it, which is amazing. To sum it up, it's very easy to use it now, and for me it's great because I use the portrait mode very often, as you can see on that famous statue in the middle of Budapest market. And some more final shots from Budapest, beautiful colors of trees and the famous balloon over one of the parks and spas. And let's see what happens if we zoom to the maximum digital zoom, which would be here. It's really extreme. Of course, please do not expect miracles, but still it's not that bad at all. So that would be 30, and this would be 30 as well. Of course, most of the time you will be staying in much more decent and reasonable settings like here. And I suggest we say goodbye to Budapest with detail of the balloon right here. And now a couple of examples of video recordings. I did not test it systematically because I'm not really good at reviewing video capabilities of mobile phones. So the best thing I can do is just to show you a couple of examples, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. All these shots were recorded in 4K. The Xiaomi 14T Pro is able to record up to 8K, but I think it doesn't really make much sense. So, thank you so much for your attention. I hope I gave you some inspiration, and take care. I'm Jan from Prague, the Czech Republic.